Good morning, welcome back to the zombie apocalypse. We're back in Louisville and we have a mission. Last episode we came across a animal trailer that had some sheep in it. And of course these sheep are in dire need of a rescue-ish. Look, I'm not gonna comment on it too much, but we're gonna bring them home, and then we're gonna see if they get along with the raccoons, and if they don't get along with the raccoons, well, things might happen. Some really huge houses here. Gonna keep an eye. I think we're like one more intersection away from this. Relatively quiet here, except for the 10 zombies ahead. Let's see if we can clear this a little bit and make room on the road ahead of us. Yeah. This is the big apartment penthouse thing. There's the trailer in question. One zombie on the door. As long as it's just one zombie, he will not get out. Never mind. Maybe, I don't know if we can ninja this. The window break. The whole reason why I'm doing this is we would need some leather if we wanted to make bellows for better forges and or furnaces. Do we really need that for anything in particular? Probably not. I think we can craft pretty much everything with the forge we have. I think that was not the question, right? We're not doing things because we need it, we're doing things because we want it. Oh, I want it in that case. No, it's not the right time for muscle strain. I intentionally didn't do too much of a workout yesterday here. Take a pill. Take a chill pill. Maybe we should also take a chill pill, not just a pain pill. No beaters allowed here. Easiest thing would be if this thing actually ran and we could just disconnect the trailer, pull this to the side. It does run. Questionable. Not questionable at all. Two. Oh, I need a flashing tool. Oh. Ooh. Okay. 2 on 1 is not nice. And then I fail the fence cheese. Oh boy, oh boy. I like that the game music's like, yeah, no, we're playing the chill track now. Nothing to be concerned here. Like, kind of the I'm sitting in my base reading a book track. What's the thing? You know, that zombie is not getting out that door. A million other zombies got out, but not that one. You walk all around the car. Why wouldn't you? Okay, alright. Call it Operation Sweet Dreams, right? Because we're counting sheep here. Seems to be a success so far. Nobody following us. You're not gonna be able to fit under the roof. That is awkward. That is real awkward. Who had the great idea of building a roof there? Ah, okay. Alright, I guess there's only one choice then. Let's try to eat. Grab you. One fat, thirsty. Just walking it in then. I didn't have any problems driving out of that trail, but I did make a tour to pick up more wood between episodes here. That was not an issue. Stressed, yeah, understandable. My water. That's gonna be a slight issue with the whole thing, though. So apparently the other one is a ram, which we can't carry. So we can equip a rope, put it on the rope and bring it in there, but we don't have a gate. This whole thing is just a fence. So, you know, part of me just really wishes that the animal trader would have had dead animals inside so we could just butcher them and get the leather. Now I'm already getting attached to the sheep rescued. Hi, buddy. It's not thirsty. Never mind. Gonna get you some water anyway. And that unequipped my rope, and so it unattached the pets. You're not making any trouble, though. We have seen people very often have like problems with, especially rams, with their stressed. Getting attacked and all of that. No, no. Okay, what we're gonna do here is temporarily gonna make a little zone here. Detach you. Now, you technically apparently don't need fencing around the zone. The fencing only has an effect when the pets get stressed out, like zombies come too close and they run out of their zone. Otherwise, they should stay in the designated zone. So then I guess we disassemble like... You know what we could do here? Solving all of my problems at once. Suddenly, the fences line up. Zone we remove. You might ask, okay, so how does this whole action today get us any closer on getting on top of the skyscraper? To which I say, shut up, I get sheep now. Jump over that. Detach. These pets. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more once. mean, who knows? Oranges. I'm just gonna make one fence. Number 2 here. Double check actually the animal zone. Yeah, I didn't have it in the little extension that we had here anyway. The only problem is now we have the fancy fences of higher carpentry and we have the shitty fences over here, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much at the moment. And we still have the cars inside. But, you know, the animals, those cars don't drive anymore anyway. Or do they? Did I pilfer them already for engine parts? I don't remember. Because I think we are... yeah, we got mechanics level 5. I'm not sure if I pilfered these here. Yeah. Like the tires are empty because I use these for mechanics practice, and when you remove the tires, right, they stay empty. So I kind of don't have plans to move them. I don't know. But yeah, that's also something I kind of want and should do at some point, is get engine parts from our cars to repair our engines all to 100% condition. No, I didn't. It was really nice. Alright, salad on that. Okay, Operation Sweet Dreams. A sounding success, I would say. Boy. It's probably too late to do. I should probably fix, get the car, get rid of the animal trailer somewhere, and come back inside. You know, it was the idea of this whole place, you know, being far away from the entrance to this, to be safe, where me making noise doesn't matter, but man, sometimes it really sucks. Always having to run so far to get out of this neighborhood. Like that, you know, take the grass cuttings here. I wonder if that's why the animals are still alive, because they had grass in the trailer and so they could eat pretty much indefinitely. Anyway, after that little adventure, I think I'm gonna chill the afternoon here. And we're gonna head out back to the skyscrapers, back to the Spiffo building probably in the morning. You gotta make a temporary change of plans because we got some blooming crops here that we haven't harvested yet. For winter wheat, okay, that gave us what? 21 wheat sheaves. The rye is also yeah, let's get also one rye. Giving us 12 rye sheaves. Alright. So we come to our large plant drying rack. Need 5. Get it right one. That's 5, but apparently no. I'm not sure what the 5. What do numbers even mean anymore? Okay. And for the rye, I like that the maximum is 60. We got all of this right. Then we just immediately... Okay, how do we get the seeds out of the... We got to put that stuff back into the fridge from making my salad this morning. We'll do that first, and then we're gonna figure out... Is there anything here? Let's actually just take wheat and say as a required item. Fresh grain. Seems okay. Giving us, well, 1 seed for each sheaf. Alright. And no, like, leftover hay or anything we can feed to the animals? I'm actually kind of disappointed. I wonder if there's any building that I haven't built yet in any of my runs for threshing. This is all for flax. Spinning wheel, grains. With all the attention to detail that they have, with all the crafting station, and then threshing is just by smashing the wheat on the floor. Alright, cool. Anyway. So what's the difference between milling the flour and grinding it? Both apparently takes 12 seeds. It gives me 1 sack of flour. Oh, and it's taken a mixture. Doesn't have to be all seeds from the same type. Okay. And at the same time, we also kind of need to say the seeds for the replanting. I gotta say though, so we barely get 1 bag of flour for 1 field that we planted. If you think about the sunflowers and how many oils, vegetable oils we get from that, that is a completely different ballpark. And again, those are plants that usually, by default, if you're not playing with cheater options like I am, they take 240 days to grow through winter. 240 days, and I'm not sure why this one is already blooming while the others are still... Yeah. So I guess blooming doesn't mean anything because we don't get seeds from this anyway. Okay, that was 3 more. Okay, that was way more than the first one we harvested. Check the info on this. Days. I'm just gonna get this stuff dried. Dried, it's way heavier than it's not dried, which, okay. Shit. We might have a third day in this episode because I want to get this through here. Rush it, maybe. I guess we just mill it all. Wind it, mill it. Again, what the? See the difference? Why the two recipes? Now the big problem I see with this whole thing, right? If we look for recipes that take flour as an ingredient, do we now have stuff we can actually make without requiring too many additional ingredients? Because we're kind of limited on yeast and salt, and those are not refreshable ingredients. And salt, yeah, salt is gonna be the one thing that I don't see how you could avoid running out. Shredded onion rings, baking soda. I don't think you can make that. We can't make our own cheese. Make baking soda. Anything make salt? I wouldn't know how. Alright, so it's an interesting part of agriculture, right? And make our own flour. Which I guess you can still use it like when you prepare like a stew or a soup as so-called thickener, it's called. Is that worth having a crop growing for 240 days where it could get, crop disease and, might have dry spells, especially since they're growing over winter? You'll have to manually water. I haven't watered this manually. I think I watered it once when we initially planted it. Other than that, just waited for rain. So, like, this was for me build 41 farming. Plant when it's raining, let it grow, harvest when it says ready for harvest, or seed bearing or blooming, or whatever it's called. So, with those settings, I'm okay with that. If I had actually waited 240 in-game days to then get like 3 sacks of flour that I can not cook anymore with, because after 240 days I'm fresh out of any salt or yeast on the map, I'm not sure how excited I would get about this. Now it's 4 in the afternoon. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make it night. Slight change of plans then. I still think we're gonna head out, but we're not gonna head out to the dangerous and far away area. But I was mentioning the other day that I wanna do another trip to the warehouse next to the mini surplus store and see if we can get some more nails, because we are really out of nails, right? I think these 18, 19 nails are all we have left in the whole base. Also, we need to fuel up. The empty gas cans, I guess. Well, and yeah, our mission to get the sheep was a success, except, kinda, putting the responsibility on your shoulders, dear viewers. Do we want the upgraded crafting stations, or do we want to keep the sheep? Well, we do. So I still find it always very, very eerie in a big city like Louisville to not have any zombies in an area anymore. But also kind of rewarding. It's like, yep, we did a good job here. The raccoons and rats are taking over. I'm gonna have a quick look through, first of all, for anything we really need. Could grab some extra sacks of sands. And, of course, some nails. Nails is the word here. And I'll have a look through all of this. We're ridiculously overencumbered. We got enough boxes of nails to turn it into a carton of nails and an extra. And I brought some paint, some plaster, so that we can plaster and paint the wall in the top floor with the door to our balcony, so that it fits with the rest of the bathroom. And as a true person, you know, I don't know if that color in that bathroom is green or turquoise. I just grabbed both. It's probably green. I wasn't 100% certain. Colors are not my forte. A little bit over encumbered here, but encumbrance is just a number. 38 over 14. I could have just put it on in the trunk or in the back seat. We're not fueling up then today, are we? First of all, that's away. And we're gonna need for like clay cement if we do a little bit. You know, I was talking about building with stones, a carport, garage, something. So I'm gonna need that. A bit of water somewhere outside here. Very often happens, I think, with buckets. You can just leave them outside. They're like not 100% full, like 99.9. Oh, I need a surface, that's all I need. Mix a bucket of pasta. be the next problem. First of all, I don't see us having a plastering trowel. I don't see a paintbrush. The drinking game of this series, take a sip each time I don't have the required tools for something. Even though we've been through so many warehouses and have so much loot here in the base that I should have everything, right? So how in the world am I over encumbered right now? I still have the carton of nails. That'll do it. Did we still have any tools in here? Yeah, no, that's what we need. Did I leave anything out here? Alright, let me... It's too late to go. I'll do a quick trip through our garages, through our loot piles. Really, I still haven't gone around and actually gotten everything that's remotely useful out of every single garage, so there's a chance that they have the tools. If not, we're gonna get some tools tomorrow. Let me do that quickly here. So it turns out the whole neighborhood doesn't have a single paintbrush or plastering trowel. So, you know, moving the goalposts here, but we're not gonna go back to the Spiffle skyscraper in this episode. We're gonna spend the rest of this episode hunting for those tools, so we're doing one more trip to the warehouse where we were yesterday. Maybe have a quick look around in that area. Maybe actually have a quick look at the map here. If we're heading there anyway. If my Louisville knowledge is correct, then we have actually something behind this warehouse right here, which is a pawn shop, which could have some interesting items inside. Just to spice up the trip a little bit, so this is not just gonna be a quick get a paintbrush job. I also did pick up now the empty gas cans, so we can on the way back fuel up on the gas station. And as I was looking for nails there yesterday, I also spotted several seed packages, which I just ignored, and then I realized, hang on, we never, so far, found any potato seeds, which, you know, is a very sad thing. Want me some spots, and the potatoes we got from that initial warehouse, from that shipping warehouse across the road, kinda past their prime now. Yeah, no idea what this is. This was the other potato place. Yeah, there's a pawn shop here. Surprisingly empty, the streets, but then again, that could also... First of all, it's not, unless the fun extreme, where in that other run... What is this car? Sorry. In the previous run, we got where we did the trip into Louisville to get a bowling alley, and that's the building where we got it from. I'm almost happy to have more empty gas cans. was easier to get into than I imagined. I thought I had to get the sledge here. Ah, what do we got in here? Baseball bats. Second barbell. Military bulletproof vest. You know, stone in a shelf. Yeah, it's like kind of. Cases with nothing inside. Gotcha. Yeah, entrenching tool is apparently also an axe, but I mean it has a weight of 2 and less damage than a hatchet. Why would I ever use it? New magazine. Kind of a rare find. Neverbound book number 3. In there. Also, can we research how to make buckles? Still not. Gold sports medal? No, I only take gold medals. Thank you very much. I can research a recipe from this. How to unpack a sleeping bag. Oh, no. To sew our own sleeping bag. Okay, question though. In what situation, when I found a sleeping bag in working order, would I then go around and craft my own? First of all, there's another research here. Weight code, something else. I'm also gonna keep this. It's too hot at the moment for the leather jacket. Also, suggestion in terms of changing our outfit to a suit, full suit, which I like the idea, but not in July, not in August. Just too hot here. Yeah, I don't know what I expected from the pawn shop. I kind of expected more than that. Assuming this is maybe a staircase upstairs. Does this thing have an upstairs? Maybe some secret room where the good stuff is. There was a, pine keyring or something somewhere here, which might have the key actually to the shop itself. We have to smash in that door. And I don't like because there was a large group just on the other side of the wall here. They're smashing again. Let's just get this over with. Assuming it's on the other building. They're on the windows. Shotgun shells and not much else. Alright. You know what? Where it is? Oh, this is even locked off here. Alright, cool. What's this little thing here? Automat? Ooh, and the velvet tassel. Okay, pawn shop, mostly a disappointment. I'm gonna go back into the search mode here. Get that paintbrush and the plastering trowel and anything else that we might still need. And we'll be right back. Well, as it turns out, we have a plastering trowel. We have also a bunch of seeds that for stuff we haven't planted yet. So even though I kind of wanted to cut down on the farming, since I feel like, you know, my farming settings maybe have overdone it a little bit, so I'm just gonna not farm anymore. For a while at least. I'm gonna throw in some lettuce, potatoes, sugar beets, see if we can actually make our own sugar with that. I don't know. Corn. But we don't have a paintbrush. Now, I do seem to remember that we had a painting van, I think, across the street from us, behind the houses there, on that parking lot. It's really the golden rule of just, you know, everything where you're not sure if you have it at base, take it with you. Yeah, I've not been following that rule all that much. Before we get to that, double check here. No friends. Stay on. Some of those gas cans, you know, I'm gonna be a little bit careful with that. A little bit careful, I mean somewhat careful. Yeah. The back seat, please. Put any more inside here, alright, that's fine. Quick look around between gas cans. Okay, that's fine. Good. Much as I like this car, it, you know, there's no doubt it does not have much storage capacity, especially also with me playing disorganized. It's not just driver's seat, no. There. Oh, we're not encumbered anymore. Cool. If we come back here. Eastern painting service, huh? Yeah, I gotta paint in red here first. Would have been so easy. Just check right outside your door. Outside of... Run this way around. Follow me, right? Yeah, okay. Things we do to have a pretty base. 3 days of screwing around here. We can grab all these gas cans. I mentioned I really like this this gravel path here, and all, in general, like the whole setup of the base. Up. Anyway, you put it in here, right? Yeah, let's go with green. Keep the plastering troll on me, or did it? Yeah, it's on me. Okay. Let's throw it out. Green. We'll paint the door. I like the green door. I think the green door really pulls the room together. Right. All of that. But yeah, no, it's seamlessly more or less back in there. If we do any future construction work where we need plaster, then we have that here. Future paint shop, we have right here. One more scan. We leave one in the car. Picked up some more nails, and this is all the stuff we picked up from the shop. Yeah, I'm gonna pack all the loot away in some sort of fashion. And then I also still have a little bit of farming to do here. Our cabbages are ready for harvest. Actually, let me just do that. Let's do that right away here as we wind down the episode. So, you know, we have the exciting mission to rescue the sheep, and they seem to have integrated well with... Oh my, how many animals are in there now? Yeah, that's all going fine. Picking up some more cabbage and kale. Probably don't have enough any room in the fridge for all of that. But we'll figure something out. But other than that, yeah, after this more housekeeping episode, I'm fairly certain next episode we're gonna be back on the road, trying to find our way into the skyscrapers. But for now, you guessed it, we're gonna put a gun here. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.